Hi folks, so today's video is another week, another palette, and this week's palette is the Urban Decay Afterdark palette. It has 10 really neat eyeshadow shades. They're more of a soft sort of like sheen to them, really pretty shades and some like unique stuff in here. So if you're totally new to my channel, basically what I do is I pick one palette and I use it for 5 looks, and then at the end of the week I do my review of it, let you guys know my pros and cons, is it worth it, who is it for. So what I like to do is I like to do 5 different looks first and show you guys sort of the versatility of the palette. I don't say it much, but if you'd like to, subscribe, buttons down there, you guys know what to do. So this look today is inspired by 2 shades in the palette and also sort of like the patina that's on like old metal and pennies and that kind of thing. I don't know, that's what I was inspired by today. So if you guys want to know how to do it, then just stay tuned and here's the tutorial. I immediately had to put them on my face, and that is Sinful as well as Fringe. These are beautiful, like stunning colors. And what's really cool about this formula is like it's soft. It's very much like the Kat Von D Metal Matte in sort of the consistency and feeling of them, but they're just a tad bit less metallic than those. Alright, so then brushes that I'm using for this look are 3. So I'm using 2 217s, or I say 217s, but styled like a 217. They're basically dupes of each other. For the orange, one for the blue, and then I am using that little paddle brush, both ends of it, for applying shadow onto the eye, and then one for applying it on the inner corner. Now this look is going to be fairly simple in terms of technique. I am going to bring in some other additional products. I did add a little bit of glitter in this look, and for that I'm using Obsessive Compulsive's glitter in beige. It's kind of just sort of a rose gold glitter. I'm applying that with a little bit of Lit Cosmetics glitter glue, and then I do end up using a little bit of the sapphire shade from the Kat Von D holographic palette. So this look is not going to be very technically challenging, meaning I'm just going to kind of like smudge stuff around. You guys know sometimes I like to make things a little bit more precise. Other times I like to just blend and smudge things around and have more of like a grungier texture. So I mean, that's a personal preference, I guess. Not everybody's gonna love everything, but for this particular look I kind of want more of that like brushed metal-y kind of look, and so I'm gonna be fairly messy, I guess, and just sort of blend things out and not really worry about placement and like cut lines or anything. So I just took that Sinful shade and I just worked it into the crease, and you can see just how well that just blended itself. I'm just lightly touching my brush just to help blend that right up to the brow bone. So throughout the week I might have to add in a couple of matte eyeshadows from other palettes. I'm going to try my best though to utilize the shades that are in this palette without bringing in additional eyeshadows, but it might be interesting to see just how they pair with other mattes. Alright, so next I'm just taking my little brush. I'm going to go into Fringe, which is that teal blue. This color is not a color I would typically go for, but man, when I first got this in the mail and I swatched it, I was like, yes. Apply that just all over the lid. There is a lot of fallout on this shade, I will say. Maybe using it wet would avoid that. I'll have to try that out later in the week when I use these shadows, just because there is a lot of kick up right now, especially with this shade. And then if you go to blend it out, it is going to do that like sort of like blue cast, which doesn't look cute, kind of makes you look dead, but so these shadows actually layer really well, which I think is cool, because I was able to kind of use 2 brushes, one for the blue, one for the orange, and by layering them I made sort of that like tarnished green color. Instead of them sort of staying as their separate colors, they actually blend together really, really well to make sort of like a middle shade, like a gradient, right? Which I think is really cool. And I can appreciate that the shadows work well like that together, and the consistency is all sort of uniform as well. Next I'm taking a bit of the orange and I'm applying that right on the inner corner. Now I actually kind of had a happy accident on this side, and see that little like blue streak right there? That was a total accident when I applied this with my finger and I kind of put it in and it went like that. I'm actually just going to try to replicate that on the other side just because I thought it looked kind of cool, and then I'm just going to take the brush with the blue and I'm going to blend that out. And when you go to blend this color out, it almost makes like a light kind of green teal, which I then took a little bit more of the orange and kind of placed it on top to make it a bit more of that tarnished green color. Alright, so then that's it for the eyeshadow. Obviously kept it a little bit more organic and messy, if you will. Hopefully this inspires you though if you wanted to do more of a clean version of this, to use those colors like paired well together. I wanted to go in with this bright orange liquid lipstick, which is Squash from Lime Crime. So I expected it to be this bright orange, but when I applied it on the lid and it sort of mixed in with the blue on the eyelid, it made sort of this like weird, grungy, gross, kind of like orangey color, which I actually really like. And it just mixes really well with the blue eyeshadow and makes this like gross, like baby vomit orange eyeliner, which I like. So I don't know what that says about my personality, but you can see there that it kind of made this weird like orangey green color. I really like it. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna add just a little bit of glitter on the inner corner as well as just sort of underneath the eye. So I'm just taking this little brush and I'm just going to apply that glitter. I mixed it with the Lit Cosmetics glitter adhesive stuff. Okay, so I just put some mascara on. You could do lashes if you want. I like the way that this looks without eyelashes, so you can kind of see all the, I don't know, whatever the fuck's going on there. For my face, I'm using NYX Taupe Blush. Yes, I need a new one. It's just been a matter of finding it for some fucking reason. Like I go there and it's like always sold out. Okay, so then I'm gonna take a little bit of Milani's Luminoso for my blush. And then for my highlighter, I'm taking the Sapphire shade from the Holographic palette. That has a little bit of a blue sheen to it. I figured we'd have kind of a little bit of fallout from this color, so I might as well just continue the blue theme. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that shade and pop that just as a brow highlight as well. Ooh, that color is nice. And then for my liquid lipstick, I am going to go in with the orange. I just want to. That's what I'm feeling today, so. Alright, so then with the lips on, that is the final look. Something fun, playing around with an idea, a concept if you will, because the texture of these is really, really cool, and yeah, I'm excited to use these for the rest of the week. I definitely really want to do like a just grungy, gross look with this color here, which is Lounge. It's very similar to like a club kind of color from MAC. It has that duochrome shift. I haven't seen it that exact shade, so that's kind of cool. Also this really beautiful rust color that you guys know I'm into, this red as well. I might do a more wearable look using this shade. This is a really nice, almost rose gold peach. I just feel like I did the Sweet Peach palette though, so I might be using this maybe not as like a staple color in a look, but more of an accent color, but that might be really nice. I definitely feel like this palette I could use probably for more than a week. And do some really cool things with. So this might be one that I'll do this week, and then in like a month or two, 3, I don't know how many palettes I have, I might come back and revisit this. Let me know down in the comments as well, like where you get your inspiration for makeup looks from. One is doing good, and until my next video, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye!